It's me, RRPG here with another 2 cents video for you all. First of all, the game that you see on screen is Retro Studios' own Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. What can I say about this game? It is definitely Retro Studios' best work by far, as well as a true return to challenge in a side-scroller. I can't say enough about this game, as it's one of my most favorite Wii games of 2010, next in line to Super Mario Galaxy 2. So go pick it up if you haven't, because words cannot describe the magnum opus of a Wii game such as this. Now with that out of the way, let us talk about today's topic. According to a recent survey that was dealt with by online discount aggregator called Dealnews, they learned that about 3 out of 4 gamers are not interested in Nintendo's next generation console that is coming out this year. At first I thought it was a joke, but then I could finally see why they are like that after reading this article that VentureBeat editor Evan Kilham posted on the VentureBeat site. So let's take a look at what he said. 75% of current gamers are not interested in purchasing Nintendo's upcoming Wii U console, according to a poll at online discount aggregator Dealnews. The survey, which collected the opinions of 1,551 people, also found that 64% of current Wii owners are not interested in the new hardware. These results do not bode well for the system's launch this fall, and Nintendo is counting on the Wii U to help it recover from a disappointing financial year in which the weakened value of the yen, a costly price cut for its portable 3DS system, and dwindling Wii sales have resulted in the console maker's first annual operating loss in company history. Nintendo revealed the Wii U at 2011's Electronic Entertainment Expo, and public reactions were mixed. News that the console will only support one of its tablet-style controllers at a time, the company has since claimed it is working on that, and rely on flash memory for data storage rather than an industry-standard internal hard drive, overshadowed assurances that the Wii U will have broad third-party developer support and greater appeal to core gamers than the family-friendly Wii. Whether Nintendo can get fans back on its side depends heavily on its Wii U announcements at E3 in a few weeks, which will include the hardware's final specifications, but not its retail price point. After reading the article, there are things that I do agree with, and some things that I don't agree on. First of all, let us start with what I coincide Evan Kilham with on the article he posted. The Wii was a system that garnered 50% of hardcore gamers, while the other 50% is based on the casual crowd. Out of all the units sold from around the world, over 90 million Wiis managed to land inside of households after its launch up until now. Granted, sales have slumped since the novelty of the Wii wore off around 2009, and the casual crowd started to wear thin. So it would make sense that about 50% of Wii owners who are casual would not want to migrate to the Wii U because of them being more inexpungible with smartphones, tablets, and social gaming sites. So I can understand what he's saying about how most of the 64% of Wii owners would not want to purchase Nintendo's newest system when it comes out this fall. As for the 14% and 11% who don't own a Wii, I can understand why they wouldn't want to get the device in the first place. Basically, it's because of the name. I mean, seriously, does the name Wii U sound like something that's going to attract the hardcore crowd to the system? Of course not. They would need a newer and bolder name to bring in that crowd to the platform. So that is why they wouldn't want to change ship from the Wii to Wii U. Alright, now with that out of the way, let us talk about the things I do not bode well with Kilham's article. One of the things he mentions is that currently supporting one Wii U pad controller and relying on flash memory than internal hard drives for storage would overshadow assurances that the Wii U will have broad third-party developer support and greater appeal to core gamers is something I don't agree with. That might have been the case at first, but throughout last year, and with developers getting their hands on the Project Cafe kits, showed that they were extremely excited for the next generation console, as it opened up many newer possibilities on how to play games between the TV and the tablet controller, so there were no assurances that were overshadowed as third parties were ecstatic by what they saw and received. Rocksteady Studios, Batman Arkham City's developer, Vigil Games, Darksider 2's developer, Gearbox Software, the developer for Aliens Colonial Marines, Team Ninja, the developer for Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, and so many others gave strong endorsements for the system when they mentioned how easy and developer-friendly the kits were when they worked on them throughout last year. Of course, some of those games may be ports from other systems, but that doesn't mean it'll open the way for newer games to utilize the technology, as Ubisoft has that Killer Freaks from Outer Space game in development that is probably going to show an evolution in FPS games for the console. In a nutshell, Nintendo has struck well with third-party support, and the amount of that support for the 3DS that we have seen since the price drop of the handheld has opened the gate for others to get back in line with developing games goes to show that Nintendo has rekindled the third-party support that they have strived for ever since the days of the Nintendo 64 after the Super Nintendo. Also, external hard drives are compatible with the Wii U, so not everything is a total loss when saving data or using it up to purchase stuff on the eShop and Virtual Console. So Nintendo has been thinking about the future very seriously, even after their first annual operating loss. I mean, they are bringing in digital downloads rather than just physical media, and the Nintendo Network is sure to gather the interest of those who want to play online. Finally, I would like to say something about the last statement about how Kilham says that he wonders if Nintendo can get the fans back on its side based on the announcements at E3 with the hardware's final specifications. First of all, I think Nintendo has made it a second priority to worry about the hardware's final specifications, as they have been prone to make sure that the Wii U will launch with a very strong lineup of games. The reason I say that is because in order to sell hardware, there has to be a good amount of software up for grabs so that the system can sell like hotcakes. That is what Nintendo failed on when they launched the 3DS early at a very high price point, and hardly any games to appeal to the masses like Mario, Zelda, or even Kid Icarus Uprising. Having strong titles like those is a sure way to gather up sales within minutes, because those properties have become very profitable to ensure the sales of the 3DS and how they surged like crazy during the 2011 holiday season. I mean, you had Super Mario 3D Land, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, Mario Kart 7, and so many other games where 3DS sales skyrocketed than the early 2011 launch. As you can see, Nintendo learned that having strong games for a console's launch is what's going to help the sales of that device become all the more powerful than ever. If what Nintendo is doing is anything like the Super Nintendo, then I would say that the Wii U is like a renaissance of that system in this coming next generation. Heck, if they decide to change the system into something like the Super Nintendo HD, SNES HD, or Super Nintendo 2, I would definitely think it would surely bring back the hardcore crowd for sure. Plus, there have been some insiders who have seen what Nintendo plans to announce at their E3 press conference that will definitely get people very excited and just enthralled with what they see. To conclude on this video, the article with the posted poll is just showing the initial details with how consumers felt about the Wii U at first. But I honestly think it is going to heavily change when E3 comes and the Big N shows what they have up their sleeve, because I know for a fact that Satoru Iwata wants to make sure that Nintendo strikes back in this next generation. If Nintendo follows up with their promises and deliver great results with this year's E3, then I am confident that the numbers are going to show that more people are going to be more prone to buy a Wii U instead. What do you all believe? Do you think Nintendo's next generation console is going to be a success? Do you think it'll be a failure? Or do you believe that there should be more that Nintendo must do in order to gain consumer interest once more? Because I can't think of anything else. Oh, and if you think that they should get into smartphone, tablet, and social gaming, then keep dreaming, because that isn't going to happen with Nintendo anytime soon. Anyway, leave a comment below to notify me about your 2 cents, and be sure to rate this video and subscribe to my channel for more content in the coming future. This is RRPG signing off, and thanks for watching.